Guru, made for you.
This is a video on adding and subtracting polynomials. In the last video, we learned what a polynomial actually is. A polynomial is one or more monomials that are added or subtracted. So if we look at these two problems, we see two polynomials that are being added in the first problem and subtracted in the second problem. So let's find out how to do it. So let's look at the first one here. First, what we need to do is remove these parentheses, these grouping symbols. And the way we do that is we look and it's a plus that's in the middle. So since everything is adding, we don't need these parentheses. So we can just write it as 2x minus 5y plus 2 plus 5x plus 6y minus 7. Now what we need to do to simplify it further is that we need to look at the like terms. And remember that like terms are terms that are exactly the same except for the coefficient, which is the number in the beginning. Like for this term, for 2x, the coefficient will be 2. So let's organize the like terms by boxing some of them and circling them and doing different things to the different like terms. So I'm going to box the x terms. So 2x, 5x, get a box. And the y terms, so we have negative 5y. Remember, we have to take the sign with it, negative 5y and 6y. And finally, we have 2, and we have negative 7. Soon you'll learn to do this in your head, but this is for starters. So now what we can do is we can add like terms, because we can add 5x and 2x to make 7x. And we can add negative 5y and 6y to get positive 1y. So let's simplify it. So 2x and 5x is 7x. Negative 5y and 6y is 1y, or just y. So plus y. And then 2 and negative 7 make negative 5, so minus 5. And that's how you add polynomials. So we're done adding. Now for subtracting, it's a bit harder. Because subtracting, we can't just remove the parentheses. We have to distribute this negative sign to every single term. Because negative this is the same as putting a 1 here. Negative 1 and distributing. If you distribute positive 1, it's exactly the same. But if you distribute negative 1, it changes the sign to the opposite in every single term after that. So to simplify this, we would get 3a cubed minus 2ab squared minus a cubed, because we're distributing the negative 1 to all the terms, minus a cubed plus 4ab squared, because we're distributing a negative, and negative make positive, plus b cubed, because the same thing. And now let's do the same thing we did in the last problem. I'm going to box the a cubed. And remember, we can't combine a cubed and a squared because they're not exact. We can't combine, for example, 2a and 3a squared because they're not exactly the same except for the coefficient. This one is a squared term and this one is just a normal term. So we can't combine these. We can't. So now let's look at the ab squared. So we have this term and this term that are ab squared terms. And the last one would be the b cubed, and we only have one of these. We only have one b cubed term. So we just leave it as it is. So 3a cubed minus a cubed is equal to 2a cubed. And then negative 2ab squared plus 4ab squared is positive 2ab squared. and then just b cubed plus b cubed. And that is how you add and subtract polynomials. Thanks for watching. Guru.